think about it either.
Welcome to North Alabama Game Day, your all-access pass to the pulse of high school sports across North Alabama. Every Thursday at 7 p.m., join Carter, Harrison, Barrett, and Sam as they break down the biggest games, boldest predictions, and behind-the-scenes action. It's time to kick off. Let's get in the game.
Hey, this is North Alabama Game Day back here again. We were on last night. Hope you got to watch. We are here at Protected Field, as you can see, the home of the UAB Blazers, here for the Super 7 3A state championship game. It is the Hill Panthers as the away team against Houston Academy. We've had a great game thus far. Been really exciting. Houston Academy just hit a field goal to close out the half to take the lead 15-14.
Carter, you're exactly right. This game has been very, very eventful. We started off pretty rough, so how it started was Houston Academy scored their first touchdown, and then they missed their field goal with a bad hold. And then they scored again. They tried to get the 2-point conversion to make it, back to normal, a 14-0 game. And we actually batted down. I think it was Cam. I think it was Cam Isbell batted down that pass and made it 12-14. And as Carter said, Houston Academy did kick a field goal and close it out for the half. But it has been great. I think we have a lot of momentum going our way just because we came out a little flat. We did come out a little flat. But, I mean, you got to think, we got a lot of nerves here.
A whole bunch of nerves. And, our offense, we've gotten to do what we wanted to. William Mann did throw his first interception of the year. A little underthrown, but, that's okay.
It was not a bad one.
We can give up an interception on the 2-yard line, and they did march down the field and score on that drive. So, and, we've struggled a little bit with fumbles tonight, this afternoon.
We have.
But since that last fumble, nothing really bad has happened. Also, have to shout out Samuel Sweeney. He is killing their offensive line. I mean, he lit up their quarterback.
There was one play where the quarterback acted like he was running the ball, and I think he regretted that immediately. If we could only have some highlights, Sweeney killed him, really. But it has been a very, very fun game.
Perfect weather, honestly.
It has.
It's just a little chilly.
It is just a little chilly. It's not near as bad as we thought it was going to be.
Sunshine.
Yeah, there was a chance of rain, actually. There was a chance of rain, but thank goodness it's not, or that would be miserable, with the cold weather. But I will say, I'm not only going to talk about Hill here. Houston Academy does have a really, really good team.
Their quarterback's one of the best I've seen.
Quarterback, honestly, I think he might be the best one that we've played all year.
Kicker can launch it too. He can launch it.
He's launched every kick in the back of the end zone except for that one the last kickoff right there.
Yes.
He squibbed it. So
was he the kicker who hit the field goal, or was that a different one?
The last field goal is the same kicker that did the kickoff. The first missed PAT was different.
That's what I've noticed. They've been switching kickers a lot, but I will say this is a talented team. Like Carter said, their quarterback is very, very talented. He can read the field so well, and he's not only he's not like super fast from what I've seen, but he's quick and he knows where to go. But I will say he's a little scared of getting hit.
He is.
He kind of pulls a Jalen.
After some of those hits we've had on him, I would be a little.
And he kind of pulls a Jalen Milroe where he doesn't really try to get those extra yards, but he's just enough to get that first down. He's a smart guy. They also have a really good defense. I have seen, as a Hill fan, it is kind of irritating because the way they tackle Hudson had a fumble, and honestly, he couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
because what they did, they popped him up and they held him up, right? And then they had other guys coming in, and they were ripping the ball out, and Hudson could not get down.
That's definitely been part of their game plan.
Yes. Great. My bad. Great
no, it's fine.
On their part.
Yeah, they've been trying to strip us and not let us take a kick return.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And their coach, you can tell their coaching staff has a whole lot of trust in their quarterback. If you haven't really noticed, their quarterback will change the play right before the play. He'll see what's going on the defensive side, and he'll change it really quick, and he'll run whatever he sees. And so they put a whole lot of trust in him, and he is one of the most accurate passers I've seen thus far.
Yes, it's very, very impressive.
He can really thread the needle. It hurt us at the beginning, but I'm going to mention our 2 rushing touchdowns. Caden had the first one, I believe.
Yes, he did.
Hudson with the second one. They both have been short touchdowns, but we're playing our game on offense. Yeah. We're just marching it down, and we're playing our game like we talked about with Ben last night about how we take away time of possession.
Take the air out of the
Yeah,
Great
we do.
catch by Tanner Cottle.
Oh, my
that was a
goodness.
great catch.
That's best
Tanner
catch
Cottle,
probably.
that's his best catch by far of the year. He had one right about at the 30-yard line, I would say,
One hand.
and one-handed.
Dude, it was
Maybe
It may have been
20,
20, yeah.
maybe been 20-yard line right down there. He caught it one-handed, and they actually did have to review it, but
There's the interception right there.
you know, it was. Oh, they are playing some highlights up on the board as of right now, but he did have a wonderful catch.
He knows how to. Receivers know how to get open.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they really do. Well, you know, like as we looked at last night, passing yards and receiving yards were literally 0.1 from each other. So obviously, I knew that they were going to, and anybody could have seen that. They're obviously going to have a very high completion rate, and that's exactly right. I've only seen him. I've only seen him not complete one pass.
One or two. It has not been.
Is it 2 or 3?
He threw one over.
Okay, yeah, he did. But honestly,
They haven't ran them. I mean, there hasn't been many design runs. You know, the quarterback scrambled out, and they've had 4 or 5 of those option plays,
mhm.
which I don't know. I really doubt they'll come back out for that because it's easy for a defense to adjust to that at halftime. You know,
Yes.
the coaches see what they need, and they'll just send one guy with the quarterback and one guy with the running back. And
It
honestly-
hasn't really worked much either.
No, it hasn't.
I feel pretty confident every time.
Did they fumble right here? Did they fumble over here? Because I
No,
saw.
he was down.
He was
And then
down?
Sweeney
Okay.
stripped him. That was
Yeah.
one sack.
I thought.
now, if I'm Marcel's coaching staff, I'm telling them if they run that option play again, you light that quarterback up. Let him know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they ran the option play. I think they tried 3 times in a row where they were gonna. He could either run it or he could pitch it to his running back cutting across into the flats, right over here. And it worked the first time. The second time he couldn't get him open. So he just, like I said, he kind of almost like prances. That's the word Sam would use. Out of bounds, scampers. Excuse me, scampers out of bounds. But he's smart about it.
Yeah.
Like he can really, really read the field. And then also they did it again. And you know, we eventually. Oh yeah, Tanner's catch just flashed up on the board. Here we go.
That was.
See, it was a great catch.
He had to shield off one hand.
Really, really. Here it is again.
I did think that Marcel, we did go to the quarterback in the last couple option plays.
did.
I think we went quarterback first, make him toss it, take the running back's knees out. That's what Isaiah.
And
always did.
our defensive backs are doing really well of containing the outside and trying to bring him back inside because once they get outside, there's nobody else other than our corner.
There's not. That's where we're struggling the most right now when they get outside.
The only mistake was that slant.
Yes.
Besides
Yeah.
that,
Yes.
They did take a slant, probably. I mean,
60 yards.
65 yards for a touchdown.
right after a
Yes.
sack too. That was a
It
bad.
was
moment.
rough.
That
But,
was.
I have to highlight this play. Probably my favorite play of the game thus far. When I think we were in base coverage, but Sweeney came from the inside and Wynn came from the outside, and they sandwiched the ball.
They
I mean, got there at the
absolutely
same time.
killed him.
Quarterback.
Who said that?
Travis.
Travis, thank you, brother.
No, it was great. I mean, because he saw Sweeney come and turn the other way and Wynn hit him right in the face. And he was sandwiched.
I mean, yeah, very,
great.
very exciting. Our defense has really been showing out. Like we talked about last night, there's so many key players to our defense and offense that we could be talking about right now that are really playing like we thought they would.
Yeah.
When, like you said, Sweeney,
Sweeney showed out today.
Embry, yeah, I couldn't think of his name. Cam, I mean, like so many people. William honestly has been playing good. I know he threw his first interception of the
that pass to
season,
Tanner
but
could not have been better.
yeah, it could not.
He threw
It could
to
not
where
have been
nobody
better.
could get it unless even
Mhm.
if Tanner could get it, that's okay. But he threw it to where only Tanner could get it if anybody.
Exactly. In that kind of
Tanner come up with a
situation,
play.
you have to lead. You
Absolutely.
have to lead the wide receiver, or
Has he
else it's
ran
another
once
pick.
this game yet?
I don't think so.
Their quarterback's doing a good job of like he'll see that they're coming for him and then he'll just like kind of jog to
He'll
the
get outside,
outside every time.
Yeah, he will.
He doesn't want to take a hit.
No, he doesn't. He's very, very aware.
Smart quarterback.
Yeah. Dude, the sack was
ridiculous.
clutch.
I really thought he could push him out of field goal range, but I mean, this is the
kicker's got a
best
Yes.
kicker I've seen.
I don't think we have seen one kicker put the ball in the end zone on a
Every
kickoff every
I mean,
time,
Yeah,
except for one.
It's Dixon-esque.
This kicker is better
Yeah.
than Chandler Dixon.
I mean, it's really, really, really impressive. I mean,
But he reminds me of
Yeah.
but I think obviously you could tell our guys like Hudson when he was back there, he was he was literally on the goal line. They
Oh, yeah.
expected this from the guy.
No,
Now, I really want to do a little bit more research on him because surely he's got some offers, especially if he's younger. You know what I'm saying?
We haven't backed up our guys to the end zone. We haven't had to because there's not many 3A kickers that can kick it to the 10.
We've not done that. We've not had to do that one
I mean,
time.
they're sitting in the back of the end zone every single time, and it's almost a line drive.
Yeah, it is not a high ball at all.
Same spot every time.
It is a bullet, and that
deep left.
especially that last kick he sent, the last touchback. I mean, that's one of the best kickoffs I've ever seen at the high school level.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a absolute cannon.
It looks like it's going in every time he kicks it. It
does.
looks like it's going in.
Yeah, honestly, this guy, and what it makes me think that their kickoff guy might not be the most accurate kicker, and then they've got a field goal kicker that might not have the leg, of the whatever his name is. I wish I knew their name.
Number 11. Number 11 has the leg. Number 4 was the one that missed the first PAT.
Yeah. Well, I will say I think the PAT was a bad hold.
It was definitely a bad hold.
I'm pretty sure. But I don't want you. I know we're talking good about Marcel. Of course, we're going to. But I don't want you to underestimate this Houston Academy team is very impressive, and you can tell just by the way we've talked very good about the quarterback, which he's well deserving of. But the quarterback, if you just watch, the quarterback and the offensive coordinator have been talking the whole entire game, back and forth. It's only the quarterback that's looking at the offensive coordinator, and he's giving him all these reads and all these signs. And like Carter said, he's changing it. I think the offense is smooth. They work really well.
Somebody told me that their quarterback has been the quarterback in the system for many, many years. So he knows this.
Kind of like Griffin Hansen.
Yes, like Griffin Hansen. He knows this playbook like the back of his hand. So he can see. And he's played in big games before, I'm sure. Maybe not a state championship, but I'm sure he's played in big playoffs. Yeah. He knows what to look for, and if he sees what he wants to see, he'll change the play and he'll make a play as he has the whole game. I mean, and by the way, this team, very disciplined. Very. I mean, there may have been one offside.
Yeah. I don't even know if they're
It's been a very
yeah.
It might have been. I mean,
I think it probably was.
Clean team,
very clean.
They know what they're doing.
And they're not that. I mean, as far as I can see, they're not running their mouth or anything. I mean, I think it's a very, very, very disciplined team.
You can tell they're well coached.
They are.
The quarterback and the wide receivers that have a connection that's like really well.
Well, like we mentioned earlier, the wide receivers really know how to get open.
Yeah, and they know when to stop their route.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I saw one guy running a drag, and he could have gone to the sideline, and he stopped right there and sat right there. And obviously, there could have been a coach decision where they told him to stop. But if it's not, or even if it was, that's a great decision made by him to stop and sit down and come back there the needle like he has all game long and just perfect pass, and then they march right back down the field.
Yeah, you can tell just the chemistry on this team is very, very impressive in itself. But these are really two great teams here. I'm super excited about this. We got about 3 minutes left in the half. Hill Panthers are coming out right now, as you can see, from their halftime talk. So
shout out
this
to the offensive line also.
Yes.
Offensive line, especially our guards, Ember from Gunner. They have really showed out, especially on that buck play where we swing out and hit
Exactly right. We've had some really good blocks. Cam Isbell, he has been blocking really well. Yeah, we did, and he's laid some people out for some really clutch runs. And I mean, honestly, this is just going to be one of those football games. It's like, what do they call it? Beat face or. You know what I'm talking about? Have y'all heard that before, haven't you?
Beat face.
Maybe not beat face, but like what is it called? Not two-faced. No, it's just like football. It's just like football that's like super tough. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you're going at each other over and over and over. If I asked Coach Spann, he would know. I don't think it's called beat face.
I mean, look at Sweeney right there. I mean, this man is zoned in. He's ready to light somebody up.
Sweeney does not feel pain. That's why.
We're doing 2 minutes, and so there's a couple of things that I think we should say. I mean, we will. It's hard to tell after that first half who has the edge in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we started off really bad, and they started off really good. That can really help us.
Yes.
Second half.
And I know they did get that field goal right before half, but the thing is, guys, we came back 2 touchdowns and nailed both of our field goals. I mean, that is a lot of momentum heading in our way. I don't think that the field goal that they made took any of that away. I'm really
Who said that?
Yeah, I completely agree. The thing is, I mean, I think we got a lot of momentum heading our way, and I would have loved to hear that halftime talk.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be, I'm sure it was very exciting, pumping the guys up.
I've got a feeling it's going to be a great rest of the night for the Panthers. So just a minute and a half coming on down. I just want to say Panthers look good. So does Houston Academy. It's going to be a great game. I'm excited to see the second half.
Beat face football, baby.
Beat face football, baby. Let's see it. So
you know what?
Keep returning in.
One thing that I've noticed this whole year, we've been a really good second half team. I've always noticed that.
Third quarter. Third quarter comes in clutch. So I'm really, really excited to see this football game. If you can, stay tuned. Watch on NFHS. Of course, we would love to broadcast this, but we can't.
Go Panthers.
But, guys, this is a very exciting football game. And,
yes, post game.
Post game, yes.
We will get back to it.
Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that. All right. Well, we got about 45 seconds left in the halftime. So, guys, we appreciate you tuning in, and make sure to tune in for post game. Go Panthers, baby.